Hello, in this video I'm going to talk about the topic of immigrants and the main points of our class theme. Being an immigrant can be defined very easily as a person who has moved to another country that she or he was citizen in. But the theme is still very complex and wide because there are lots of reasons to be an immigrant. Some people have been forced to move to another country because of war or personal displacement. Others have moved because of economical reasons. This topic is one of the most debated topics in the European countries, and everyone has an opinion about it. The most essential part of the debate is integration, and a lot of the texts we have read are about integration. For instance, Who's Irish and You Can't Go Home Again. In Who's Irish, we are hearing about the girl Sophie, who has become too Irish in the grandmother's mind, and she thinks that Sophie should be more like a Chinese girl. You Can Go Home Again, the narrator Tariq Ramadan describes the issues of integration in Europe and how we need to respect each other. We have to stop judging people because of their religion and not divide us into groups. A reason why a lot of immigrants haven't been integrated could be because of their national identity. All over the world, people are still connected to their roots, and some family have been living in another country for decades, but still don't see themselves as a native of the country they are living in. For instance, in North America, a lot of people with Chinese roots are living together in so-called Chinatowns, where they are living as they were in China, by talking, eating, and in general acting Chinese. A lot of people speak their mother tongue instead of the language of the country they live in, because they don't see any point in learning a new language. In the text Who's Irish, the narrator is acting in that way. She has no intention of becoming an American. She speaks very poorly English and talks about the Chinese way of doing things as the right way. The only time she mentions the Irish people, it is in a negative way. It can especially be difficult for one type of immigrants, the illegal ones. They are living in the shadows and are normally working during night as undeclared work. They got no possibilities of becoming a civilian and don't live as a part of the society. In the text, Long Nights, Low Pay and No Play, we are hearing about refugees who are living illegally in Sheffield and working at fast food restaurants for a low salary. Also in the film Dirty Pretty Things, the main character Okwe is working illegally at a hotel and as a taxi driver. He needs to hide from the authorities in the fear of getting sent back. Therefore, he lives in the Turkish girl Sinai's apartment.